So now, let's have a look at still in Siaya County, where the motion on whether Siaya Deputy Governor William Oduol will be impeached or not will be tabled before Siaya County Assembly on Monday, with the Deputy Governor's side being given the chance to defend himself against the motion of impeachment. The motion comes barely days after Oduol suffered a blow following dismissal by the Assembly on the evidence he had presented before the House to justify allegations of financial mismanagement by County Treasury. Our Kisumu-based reporter Bramo Bwire is speaking to Siaya County Assembly Speaker George Okode. Now let's listen in.
Well, thank you, Brenda. The issue that has been hitting Nyanza region at large, the issue pitting Deputy Governor William Oduol and his Governor James Orengo. There is an impeachment motion, or there is perceived impeachment motion. But with me here, I have the Speaker of the County Assembly of Siaya. He will be shedding some lights on these issues that are at the flow of the House, and when are we expecting the whole process to start. Thank you, Speaker, for sparing your time to speak to us on KT News. First, do we have the impeachment motion, and has it reached your desk?
Firstly, thank you very much for finding time to be with us today. I always say that the worst moments of my duty as a speaker is when we are ending careers or going through turbulence of this nature. But it's the call of duty. There's little we can do about it, and we have to transact. I would want to start by clarifying that the issues that have been in the media are about allegations of mismanagement of funds and mismanagement of administration in the executive. And when we received these issues, we started by inviting the Deputy Governor to just on his own motion, if need be, to share with us what the issues are, which we did, and that is passed. So it wasn't him bringing the issues to us, we invited him for a conversation. After that conversation, we asked the executive team that were mentioned to also shed light or respond to those allegations. So we decided to do written submissions. So the Deputy Governor, together with the executive members, did written submissions, which we analyzed, and our report is out there. Up to that point, I want to say that our report had the finding that the allegations were not substantiated. It did not recommend impeachment. It did not recommend removal from office. It just recommended that the allegations were not substantiated. At least for the documents we had, it wasn't substantiated. And then we recommended that going forward, state officers should live to the expectations of the Constitution, that they must be responsible for what they say and allege. That was the end of our investigations. Then there is now the issue of proposed removal from office. I want to say that the law, Article 181, provides for manner in which a governor can be removed from office, and by extension the Deputy Governor, on allegations of, say, gross misconduct, abuse of office, issues of violation of the Constitution under the laws. And that is the position of the law. As at yesterday, or before yesterday, I received, or the office of the clerk received, a notice of motion for the removal from office of the Deputy Governor. And that motion, the standing orders provide for how you analyze that motion as to ascertain whether it meets the requirements or not. And the clerk analyzed and was convinced that the grounds were sufficient as provided for in law. And therefore it was brought to the office of the Speaker, and I can confirm to you that as we speak, a motion has been given on the floor of the House for removal of office of the Deputy Governor on account of various allegations as provided for in the Constitution and in the County Government Act.
Will you be lenient enough maybe to share with us some of the issues that are in that document that is set to be presented to the Assembly?
Unfortunately, no, because I don't want to be preemptive of the allegations, but the allegations which are legal in nature, and the day it will be debated, which I'll share with you the date soon, the day it will be debated, it will be on the order paper, and during that time we'll see the allegations. Whether they meet the threshold or not will depend on whether they will pass or not will depend on how they are executed. But legally speaking, the motion is before us and it is ready for consideration.
Speaker, maybe before I let you go, has the deputy and maybe the governor been served in handwriting the motion?
I think it will be important that I walk you through the impeachment process. An impeachment process starts by a notice of intention a notice for submitting a motion. So the notice is brought to the assembly, and then when it meets the threshold, has it been signed, for example, by a third of the total membership of the assembly? Have grounds been, the particulars been put on paper? Then when that is satisfied, the clerk approves it, and then a notice is given on the floor. Once a notice is given on the floor, then a date is set for debate of that motion. Notice has been given, so the next course of action is having this motion tabled on the floor, debated and approved. While it will be approved on account of an intention to remove. It doesn't end at the conclusion of that motion. So when the motion is concluded, then you set up an ad hoc committee, because the rules of natural justice are very clear that somebody must be given an opportunity to be heard. So once an ad hoc committee is constituted, comprising of a third of the total membership of the assembly, that is the time they now give the accused person and any other persons who are mentioned or who are parties or parties of interest will be given an opportunity to come and defend themselves. When that is done, it will be done in broad daylight, and as per the requirements of the law, the public will participate if they need, and it will not be done in secret. People will not hide. It will be open out there. Then they will have an opportunity to interact even with the people who give various responses. After that, a report is written. And when the allegations are unsubstantiated,